I'm going to do my best with this one. This is going to be the cooked hot sauce. Let me just move that out of the way because that's for the other one in a minute. Right, this is going to be the Armageddon hot sauce. So, let me just run through what I'm putting in it. Now I kind of make this up a little bit as I go. But I've got, there's 200 grams chilies, 2 tins of peaches. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put the juices in or not. 1 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon salt. There's 1 bulb of garlic, 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice, 1 onion, 1 cup of vinegar. I think that's everything. So let's get that. Start putting it in. Let me just like that. Low heat for now. Onion in. Garlic. Away for a minute. Just find it evenly. I'm not putting oil into this one, it will be simmered down so we get some of this liquid in. Lemon juice. The vinegar. And a lot of people pre-brown it, but I don't like pre-browning because I near enough always end up burning bits. I'm not very good at that, so we work with our strengths and weaknesses. Come up to a bit of temperature. Chilli pepper. Some of these hand away a little bit. Right, if you're not lucky like me with a bit of a blocked up nose, you should be careful with the vinegar because it can, you know, the gases from it can get right up your rooter. Same as obviously once the chilies go in there, for definite with them because they're super hots. But all I'll be doing is literally just adding the stuff in. I'll leave the sugar for quite a while yet. I'll let it almost mush down first before I put the sugar in. And then once everything's cooked right down, I'll blitz it with a blender before bottling. I mean, my understanding is because of the vinegar in it, it makes it shelf stable anyway. And I mean, I'm using stuff that I made 2.5 years ago, and that's, you know, it's absolutely fine. So, but this is only quite a small batch compared to what I'd normally make with it. So So once this is going and simmering, what I might do is make a start on the chili jam that I'm doing as well, because some of that's got to be blended up to go in, because I'll end up doing both of them at the same time, because I've got the jam jars as well as the bottles in the oven at the moment, keeping warm. Right, I'll probably fast forward it in a minute, but leave it running so you can see I'm not sort of doing anything different. But yeah, I'll leave it fast forwarding while I go and find the other bits. Alright, I'm just going to put the chilies in. Or even with a blocked up nose, it still smells hot. Alright, put the peaches in. I am going to put the juices in because I want the extra bit of liquid in. Here we go. That's the other ferment that I was doing earlier on. See that? So yeah, that's the last of the red and yellow habaneros. I just layered them up different. Put the 3% brine in, the same as with the other ones, fermentation lot and all that lot. So we'll see how they get on. Alright, I'll start prepping some of the jam now as well. I'll bring them each one over this way. That's that. Right, for the jam, it is 160 grams of whichever chilli you're using, equal amount in weight of sweet peppers. There is 1 teaspoon of salt. This is, I think I'm doing this the wrong measurements. Yeah, totally got it wrong. Yeah. It's alright. I almost cocked it up then. Right, pretend I didn't say anything. It's 160 grams of chilies, 160 grams of sweet pepper. There's 600 millilitres of vinegar. Now I've done 300 of white and 300 of apple cider vinegar. And then each one has 1 kilogram of sugar. So what I've got to do with these first is I've got to mince it up in the blender. So let me just find some gloves once more. Alright, let's give this a quick stir. Make sure nothing catches. Right. These in. Machine. Give that a bit of a blitz. In with the sweet pepper. Now when I prepared the chilies, I've left some of the seeds in, but not loads, because I didn't want the jam full of seeds and I didn't want to have to mess around straining it. So I took, as I was chopping them all up and that, I took some out and left others in. All starting to soften. Now all you're doing with this is just making sure there's no big bits, which there are a couple. So I'll just knock them down a bit. One more quick flick. That's hopefully it. Put that one to one side. And then we've got the red habaneros. Oh, balls. You didn't see that. Suppose I ain't going to get too far if I don't have a blade in it. Right, so that's the red and the yellow all mashed up. Back over there for now. They're doing alright. Soaking. Turn that down so I don't want the sugar to catch. Over there. Just give it a stir in now so that the sugar dissolves in. Trying to think if I need the gloves on anymore. No, I can take them off now. A lot easier to handle things. Famous last words though. How we're doing vision wise. Alright, we'll come up a bit. There we are. More of a stir. turn the gas off on that one now. Right. Ladle. Excuse me. Yeah, the fumes from that are getting through. Right. Get on there. There we go. Never having blood good at getting that thing on. Right. One thing when you're blending hot, be careful your little cap isn't on too tight because it can kick up and you end up with hot stuff going everywhere. So if I the little cap that's on the top there, so don't have it wedged right in because it can cause pressure, so just release it slightly. Now I start on slow speed. Take it up a bit at a time. have a little check. Alright, I think that'll do. Yeah, so let's just take that off. There. Put that back down here for a minute. Right, I've got to figure out what I'm going to put it on. Here's one of the table mats. Let's just see where we are now. Yeah. Let's get a couple of bottles. I'm not sure how many this will take, so I'll just get 4 for now. Let's take the top off. You can run it through a sieve like I said before, but I think this is smooth enough for me. Possibly, I think there's just a bit less than a bottle, but I'll put the last bit into one just to see, and then all I'll do is I'll use that one first if it's not a full bottle. So let's have a look, see. Oh, wicked. Lovely jolly. Let's just get a little dish there. Right, let's get some lids. All been sterilised. Just get another mat. There we go. So if you're still watching the videos, Matthew Clayton, that's one of these for you. Right, I might have a try that later on when we've done the jam. So I'll put that off to the side. Right, I think what I'll have to do, yeah, now I'm going to reposition the camera and then we'll come back again to do the jam. Right, hopefully you can see all right. I'll have to use that big pan, unfortunately, for one of them. You're going to be able to see inside it, not very well, but so there's two of these to do. Low temperatures to start. So that's that. So we put the vinegar for each one into that, and into that. Salt, that one, salt in that one, let's just just move some of this stuff out of the way a bit. Right, now I haven't made this before, but I've made other jams, but unlike a lot of other jams, you don't actually stir this one, which is the bit I'm sort of trying to get the hang of. But yeah, you put the vinegar in and then basically just go dump the whole bag of that in. Same for the other one. Now obviously this is jam sugar, so it's got the added pectin in it to make it set. Alright, so we need to find another couple of stirring implements. So we can get rid of that one. I might just give it a bit of a stir just to get the sugar combined a bit. Even though it says I'm not supposed to, I just always worry that it's going to stick to the bottom and burn before I get a chance to get going. Right, I will fast forward through. I don't think I can get you up. I might be able to get up a bit higher. Would have been easier with a lower pan. Right, I'm going to let that melt, so I'll be fast forwarding through it, but in the meantime I'm going to load my dishwasher. Right, hopefully you can see all right. I'll have to use that big pan, unfortunately, for one of them. You're going to be able to see inside it, not very well, but so there's two of these to do. Low temperatures to start. So that's that. So we put the vinegar for each one into that, and into that. salt. That one. Salt in that one. Right, let's just move some of this stuff out of the way a bit. Right, now I haven't made this before, but I've made other jams, but unlike a lot of other jams, you don't actually stir this one, which is the bit I'm sort of trying to get the hang of. But yeah, you put the vinegar in and then basically just go dump the whole bag of that in. Same for the other one. Bag. Now obviously this is jam sugar, so it's got the added pectin in it to make it set. Alright, so we need to find another couple of stirring implements. So we can get rid of that one. I might just give it a bit of a stir just to get the sugar combined a bit. Even though it says I'm not supposed to, I just always worry that it's going to stick to the bottom and burn before I get a chance to get going. Right, I will fast forward through. I don't think I can get you up. I might be able to get up a bit higher. A little bit easier with a lower pan. Right, I'm going to let that melt, so I'll be fast forwarding through it, but in the meantime I'm going to load my dishwasher. Right, this front one's okay, so we'll add these in. it one little stir just to combine it a bit better. Going by the recipe, I'm supposed to leave that and let that bubble now for about 12 minutes. Turn that one down just a little bit. That one will catch up in a minute. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone now. I'm not going to stir it. 12 minutes and then I'll come back. Pretty much 13 minutes. Cold plate, teaspoon. Give that for a few secs. We'll see if that's hit setting point. See if I can do this by the camera. A little bit off the teaspoon. See, that's there. So yeah, it's hit setting point. Oh wow. So we turn them both off now. The thing is, I've got to leave them for about an hour so that they're not cold, they're still hot, but then it means that they're cool enough so that when I put it in, any seeds that are in there should stay up in the jar rather than all the seeds just dropping straight to the bottom. So I'll just let that sit there. As I say, right, I'll turn this off now and I'll come back in an hour and then we'll start again. Alright, we're going to have a go at jarring this up now. So I think I put way too many jars in the oven to warm up, but it is what it is. I actually think I'm going to be lucky if I get 3 of each. Let's just get my funnel. Now, as I said, hopefully with it having the time to cool down a little bit, it should help to suspend the seeds that are in it. And it's still hot enough to keep it sterilised as it's going in. Just giving it a good mix. I have to remember not to get these with my fingers. I think I'm actually going to be lucky if I get 2 jars. Just find the other. Let's find the lids. Again, the lids have all been sterilised. There's that one. Looks like it's going to work out about 2.5 jars for an entire batch. So not super duper impressed with that. But still, it's using it up. It's got a little something, and we'll work something else out for next year. So that's just. Just clean that off. Just under a full jar on that one. I'll just clean the ladle off. I won't put the lids on these ones until I've done them. Oh dear. So I'll put slightly less in, see if I can equal it out a bit. Right, let's give you a little rundown of what's been made. So, that's all the chili stuff. We've got Tabasco and Scotch bonnet Tabasco. So these are the vacuum pack ferments. They're liquidising nicely. We've got the jar of chili flake. the jar of chili powder, obviously the yellow habanero jam, the red habanero jam, even though in this light it looks a bit orangey, but it's not, believe me. We've then got the evil Armageddon hot sauce, the 3 different ferments, and then the ones that are going in the freezer in the morning. All I do with these is I lay them on a tray, freeze them in the open, then put them in a bag once they're frozen, so then they don't stick together. So that's kind of like the end of the chili season. As I say, the ferments, I'll follow up on these in a few weeks' time, and we'll see where we're going with them. Right, I'm hoping the attempt at the cookery lesson wasn't too boring. Still got this cough. I'll edit it the best I can. But I had to get them done because otherwise the chilies were going to turn anyway. Yeah, as I say, I'm hoping it's not too boring for you. I've done the best I can with it. I'm not really a super duper cook in the kitchen. Like, subscribe, share and all the usual stuff, but you know, please people start giving it thumbs ups, because that's what knocks the algorithms forward and makes it more visible on YouTube. So I think that's about it for now. Oh, one more thing, hang on. I almost forgot to mention about what I'm doing tomorrow. Please, everybody, if you see anybody around with their poppy collection thing, please donate. I've got to go out and do my bit tomorrow. I've got around, which is another little village up the road. So I help out each year, but please. Alright, have a good weekend. I'll post this one tomorrow morning, hopefully. Take care all.